Alright, so we're gonna be opening and disassembling this Samsung 740U notebook. Alright, this is NP740U3L. Alright, we're gonna be using, I believe, we're gonna have to use a PH0 or JS0 screwdriver to remove all the screws from the bottom. Right, you want to keep all the screws in order because they can be different size, shape, and lengths. Way you do that, put them flat side down like this. In the pattern you remove them. Alright, so we got this rectangle shape, so we're going to put them in that rectangle shape, okay? And yeah, so let's go ahead and remove all these screws. If this video helps you out, make sure to like, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well. If it helps you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. Alright, anyways, let's go ahead and continue getting all these things out. And then we're going to pop the bottom cover off. So this customer is having an issue where the SSD, or sorry, not the SSD, the hard drive is having problems. So we're actually going to be upgrading it to an SSD. Alright, so it has a 1 terabyte spinning drive right now. I believe it's a Toshiba spinning drive. And we're gonna replace it with a Crucial 480 gig SSD. Alright, so anyways, now that we got all the screws out, what we're gonna do, we're gonna open this up slightly. Okay, here you can see there's a gap here, so we're gonna actually, the computer's turning itself on. Anyways, we're gonna try and pop this apart here. As you can see, I can get my fingernails in there, but we're gonna go from this side. Oh, is it actually gonna boot right now? Let's see if it's actually gonna boot, because if it boots, then we can actually just clone the hard drive first, and if that's the case, then we don't need to take this whole thing apart. Or actually, we still need to take it apart to replace the hard drive, but then we don't have to redo the operating system and everything. So let's see, right now it's stuck on a black screen. Okay, anyways, maybe I should wait, see if it boots up, and I'll be back. Alright, see you guys in a bit. Alright, I'm back. It was trying to do a repair. So anyways, let's go ahead and get this thing apart. So we got this little gap here. Let's see if we can pop this out, because it looks like this might be very difficult to remove. Alright, actually, there we go. Alright, so here you can see I'm just getting my fingernails in there and popping the 2 layers apart. Okay, again, you don't have to use fingernails. You can use plastic pry tools, of course. Alright, so the clips actually hook in this way under this piece. So basically what we're doing is we're trying to pull the cover inwards to get the thing out. Let me actually see if a suction cup will make this easier. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hold onto the little front part here and use a suction cup. And nope, doesn't seem like it does. So we're just going to unclip it the way I've been doing it. As you can see, that's not really working. Alright, so let's go ahead and continue going around and just unclipping it like this. I'm going to work on it over sideways like that. And continue just unclipping this. Alright, you want to be careful with all these ports over here, okay? Because they can be more fragile. Alright, since we can't get that side, let's go over to this side and see how we can go. Alright, continue working your way over. As you can see, I'm just getting my fingernail in there and popping those clips up just like this. Alright, again, you can use plastic pry tools. You don't have to use fingernails because this is a kind of thing that would normally kind of break your fingernails. So if you're going to be doing this, keep that in mind. Alright, so we got all of that. You can see those clips loosened up. Let's see if we can go along the back here. The back here is going to be a bit more difficult. I'm not sure how we're going to get to that. So most likely we're going to have to get these sides out, and then we're going to have to wiggle the case to get that piece off. Alright, so let's see here. So we can get over here. Come on. This one, this fingernail got damaged too much and I had to cut it, so now I don't really have that fingernail to use as a pry tool anymore. But there we go. Okay. And okay, good. The USB-C port isn't sticking out too much. So we are able to get that. There we go. And pop these out. Okay, work our way down, and there we go. Okay, so now we got all of it except for this middle area here. So let's see if we can lift this up and kind of just wiggle this around to remove it. Okay, so I'm going to grab the case here and kind of flex it a little and see what we got. Right, still kind of being a pain. Kind of get this area. Oh, there we go. Okay. And there we go. So we got the bottom cover off. Looks like this. As you can see, the power button and volume buttons are actually using this little contact pad here to get a connection to this board. Let's actually zoom in a bit. There's not really much in here that we can move around. Let's see. Wireless card is soldered to this board, but the good thing is that board's replaceable. You can see it's connected here with the little flip latch cables. Alright, so if the wireless isn't working, you can replace this board. You can check, it could be this cable. There's a weird bubble in this, so you never know. You got this cable here for, I'm pretty sure, a speaker. Yep, for the right speaker here. Excuse me. You got this cable here for the left speaker. 2.5-inch SATA hard drive here. Keyboard connector here. This has those flip latches. Keyboard backlight connector here. Alright, this is the hard drive, 2.5-inch SATA hard drive connector. Battery connector here. I'm going to guess this is the trackpad connector there. It looks like they actually have a slot for M.2 PCIe NVMe SSD, which actually I don't know if that's PCIe NVMe or just M.2 SATA. I'm going to actually try this slot because if it works with the NVMe, that's going to be actually a much faster SSD for them. And then I could probably leave this hard drive in, but I don't recommend it. Usually if a hard drive's failing, you don't want to leave it connected. Alright, you got the fan here. There's a connector you just grab, wiggle, and pull. There's some screws holding it. You got the CMOS or BIOS battery here. If you want to remove this part back here is spring-loaded, so you basically would push with a small flathead screwdriver in between these two plastic spots, push that forward, and then you can lift it out. I'm not going to mess with that because I don't want to reset their BIOS. You got the connector here, either for the camera or the touchscreen. You want to be careful if you're going to mess with any of the screen cables that you disconnect the battery, open up the laptop, and press and hold the power button for 15 seconds or longer to make sure that you don't fry the screen or the backlight. So that cable, and then you got the other one here. These have like little like pull tabs. All right, same thing with this, but this one's like more embedded there. Anyways, not much else to show here. I'm gonna open up this RAM cover here just so you can kind of see. There's 4 screws holding it in place. If you don't know what you're doing, I highly recommend disconnecting the battery first, opening up the screen, and then pressing and holding the power button for 15 seconds or more. And that's to ensure that if you were to drop something on here, you're a lot less risk to the internal components. All right, so we got that, and then we'll get this. All right, so now that we got all of that, let's go ahead and lift this up. All right, and now that we got that lifted up, we're going to show you here. We can pull these 2 tabs to the side. Okay, and then we can grab this. And here you can see this is, come on, focus, please. There you go. PC4 2133P. So you should be able to do any PC4 2133P. In some cases, the boards will support like different speeds. But if you want to be sure, go with PC4 2133P. You can get 2 16 gig sticks, 2 8 gig sticks, whatever. It's best to have matching sizes though. Anyways, we're going to flip this back over, drop that back into place. Again, if you didn't disconnect the battery, you want to be very careful that you don't accidentally touch that this metal housing to anything. I'm going to loosely fit that screw first so I can get other screws in and make sure everything's lined up. And then we're going to go ahead and pull the hard drive out so that we can work on upgrading. Again, I am going to test with an M.2 PCIe NVMe first. Assuming I might not have a 500 gig one, so I might have to just use the 2.5-inch SATA hard drive, sadly. I think I only have a 1 terabyte SSD on hand of that type. So let me go check and I'll be back. I actually have another one, but actually I think it's fried. So let me see. I'll try this SSD real quick. I think that one though, I was using it externally and then something happened to it. It wasn't working right. Alright, let me close that. We'll plug this in and see what happens. We'll see if it's even detected. So let's go ahead and take this screw out. Okay, it seems these are all using PH0 or JS0 screwdriver. Alright, we're going to get this SSD in here and we'll see what happens. All right, as you can see, it goes in at an angle, and then you push that down. If you did it right, it should lock into this screw mount. All right, and then we can go ahead and put this in. All right, so again, I have a feeling this SSD is not going to work, but we'll see. I did disconnect the battery as well. I mean, not the battery, the 2.5-inch SATA hard drive as well. So let's go ahead and open this up and see what we got. Actually, I need to get my USBs. I had them in my pocket. I took them out because I was going somewhere. And so yeah, let me go get that and I'll be back. All right, I'm back. So let's go ahead and see if anything shows up. I'm going to plug in a bootable Windows USB drive here. Okay, and we're gonna power this up and see if anything happens. Oh, the power buttons are on the other side of the lid, so that's gonna be annoying. Let's see if it will turn on from opening and closing. And it looks like it's not. So that means we do have to reattach this piece here, at least part of it. So I'm gonna get just this corner in, okay? And let's see if that's enough for me to open it. Actually, we probably have to clip this in, otherwise, oh, that's the difficult part. All right, let's see if we can open it. All right, and let's power this thing up. Am I gonna have to clip everything back in to turn it on? Don't tell me I'm gonna have to clip everything back in to turn it on. Okay, well, we didn't really unplug anything, so I'm gonna try plugging in the power cable and see if that wakes it up. All right, it could be that once you open it and take it apart, it wants to be plugged back in. All right, so let's plug this one in. All right, what do we got here? Let's plug this guy in. Wait a minute. Okay. That scared me. Alright. Right. Now we can turn it on, right? Alright, now it's turning on. Okay, so we're going to see what's going to happen. I'm probably going to regret doing that because now I'm going to have to take it apart again because I think that SSD is not working. So we'll let that load and I'll be back. Let me go see if I have another SSD to try. Yeah, sadly I only have a 1 terabyte of that, but I mean, I'd like to try it, but at the same time, let me see. Install now. Excuse me. Alright, I don't think that SSD is going to show up at all, but let's see what happens. You can see it's going through the setup. Let me actually turn this around so I can see it, so you can see actually the right direction. Now I can't see. Okay, I accept. Next, custom. Oh, wait, it's actually seeing my SSD in here. Okay, I'm going to wipe this whole thing out. I don't know why, but my USB adapter that's supposed to read it wasn't reading it. But anyways, I guess I can use this SSD. So it does support M.2 PCIe NVMe. We're going to say next. All right. If you're wondering why there were partitions on there already, basically what happened was I was installing, what do you call? I had one customer that brought their hard drive, and before like doing anything on it, I cloned it just to be safe, and that's what that was. So it had like a clone of a previous thing that I was working on to make sure that data wasn't lost. Anyways, so we're gonna let this install. It looks like it's working. I'm gonna actually show how to remove the 2.5-inch SATA hard drive. So let me wait till this finishes so I can close this back up and show you guys how to do the 2.5-inch SATA hard drive thing. But I kind of just wanted to see if a PCIe NVMe SSD would work. Alright, and yeah, I'll be back. Alright, so we're back. Let's go ahead and pop this thing back apart, okay? And then we're just gonna disconnect the hard drive and pop it out. I actually reconnected the hard drive off camera. I wasn't showing that, but I did that so I could transfer the data back over to the new drive. It's readable enough that I was able to pull the data out. All right, so there's that. All right, we're popping this thing off. There we go. And then we'll pop this out, and we'll pop this out. Okay, and let's go ahead now and get this popped out. There we go. Alright, so again, let's pop this hard drive out because it's having issues. We don't want to leave it connected. It could cause the computer to go slow. If anything, you can actually just leave this in here, but you might want to cover this cable with some, with some electrical tape or something to prevent it from shorting anything out if it moves around. Anyways, we're removing these screws that are holding this in place. So there's 3 screws, there's those 2, and then there's this one here. I might actually just leave this in here because the customer is probably not going to know what to do with it. But here you can see we can pop this out. There's 4 screws here, so if you want to take it out completely, take those 4 screws out. And then you can take this out. This piece, to remove this, I just get my fingernail in there, and you can see I can pop this out. And then we can actually pull this connector out just like this. Alright, and that's the hard drive. So we're going to reconnect this. Okay, push that back in. There we go. And yeah, if you want, you can upgrade this to a 2.5-inch SATA hard drive or a SSD or whatever you want. But again, the M.2 PCIe NVMe SSD here is a lot faster, so I would highly recommend that. Anyways, what I'm going to do now to keep this all together, I'm going to actually roll this over here and see if I can put this into here. If I can, that will be the best option. So we're going to try and get that in. And it looks like we can. So here you can see, now we have this cable tucked under there and it shouldn't go anywhere. We're going to now put this screw back in, or these 3 screws back in. And that's pretty much it. We're going to snap it all back together. Again, I'm going to leave the hard drive inside here disconnected just so it doesn't cause any issues. And if for some reason they ever needed to connect it back in, it's right here, easy to get to, and yeah, it can be reconnected at any time. Yeah, let's go ahead and snap this thing back together. Alright, get everything lined back up. Alright, and just click it all back in. Alright, just like that. Alright, and now we're going to just click all around here. Make sure everything is clicked in. Alright, looks good. Everything looks good. Let's go ahead and get all the screws back in. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Alright. Thanks for watching. Again, if this video helped you out, make sure to like, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well. If it helped you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. Other than that, that's pretty much all there is to it. Again, you're welcome to stay as I put back all these screws. But yeah, alright. Let's go ahead and get them all back in. Already almost done. Alright, only 4 more screws. There we go. Last few. Alright. And there we go. Alright, thanks for watching. See you all on the next one. Alright, let's go ahead and drop this. Bye.